it's me, Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you're all having an amazing day, whatever it is you're doing. Welcome back to another Meals I Made This Week video, guys, where I share with you 4 different dinners and 1 different dessert that I've made throughout the week for me and my 3 kids. If you want to see more Meals I Made This Week content, then definitely check out my Instagram and my TikTok for Meals I Made This Week. I will leave them linked down below in the description for you guys to go and follow and check out. And yeah, if you do enjoy this video, guys, then please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing down below. It means the absolute world to me. And without further ado, let's dive in and see what I made this week. It's Monday evening, guys, and we're going to be doing a steak and chips dinner served with peas and peeled plum tomatoes. Let's run through the ingredients and the cost of this meal. So we've got a packet of thin cut beef steaks from Asda. These are actually £3.88 and an absolute bargain. Then got some bird's eye garden peas. Going to be using half of this big pack of crispy homestyle chips by Asda. And then we've got a tin of peeled plum tomatoes as well, guys. Altogether this comes to £5.87. Let's dive into the cooking. Now, first things first, we're going to preheat our air fryer. So I'm going to pop it to air fry. We're going to have it on 180 and we're going to have it for 18 minutes. That's going to preheat now. Now, due to the size of my air fryer and the amount that me and my kids eat, I'm actually going to be doing the kids' portions in the air fryer first, and then I'll be cooking my dinner after. So I am going to show you mine and the kids separately tonight, not all together as a family, but you'll see the portions and everything still for what I'm doing for me and the kids. So I'm going to do, once the air fryer is preheated, is pop the kids' portion of chips into the air fryer. That is the kids' chips going in now. And then when there is 10 minutes remaining on the air fryer timer, we're going to add our steaks in. Just before we put the steaks into the air fryer, we're going to rub them with a little bit of olive oil and season with some salt and pepper as well. And now there's 10 minutes left on the timer, and I've just added the kids' steaks in as well. And we're going to cook that for the last 10 minutes, but sometimes the steaks will be done after 8. So I'm just between 8 and 10 minutes, I'll be keeping an eye on the steaks, flipping them halfway through. And 5 minutes before the end, we're going to put our peas on to boil. And 2 minutes before the end, we're going to put our peeled plum tomatoes into the microwave. 5 minutes to go, so I've just popped the peas on now. And 2 minutes to go, so we're popping our tomatoes in the microwave for 2 minutes. That's the kids' steak and chips done. The peas and tomatoes are finished now as well, so I'm going to serve up the kids now. So this is the kids' dinner. So we've got Liam's and Tyler's here, and we've got Ava's here as well, who's having the exact same. I've cut hers into strips so it's easier for her to eat and to pick up, but just so you can see how the beef has cooked, it's cooked really, really lovely in the air fryer. I did do the full 10 minutes, so just in case you wanted a reference point. But yeah, Ava's got the exact same as steak, peas, tomatoes and chips. Same as the others, and I'll repeat the exact same steps now to make my dinner, and I'll be back in a moment with my dinner to show you. And this is my dinner all served up, guys. The kids are in the dining room thoroughly enjoying their dinner, and I'm about to join them with my masterpiece of steak as well, guys. This is my ultimate hack for having steak and chips for me and the kids, still on a budget and still delicious. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go and enjoy this now, and we'll catch you later in the week for another meal. Tuesday evening, guys, and tonight we're gonna be making some spaghetti lasagna for dinner with a side salad to serve it with. Let's run through all of the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So we've got a tin of chopped tomatoes. Going to be using a jar of white lasagna sauce, a little bit of olive oil. For our side salad, we've got some mixed lettuce leaves with some cherry tomatoes and cucumber. Just going to be using a little bit of each of those for our side salads. We've got 500 grams of beef steak mince here. I've got a ball of mozzarella. We've got about 4 cloves of garlic, 1 large onion, some tomato puree and some spaghetti. Altogether, guys, this comes to £7.64. Let's dive into the cooking. First things first, I've got our oven preheating to gas mark 6, and then I'm just about to heat up some olive oil in this very large saucepan. Then we're gonna finally chop up our onion and mince our garlic. Now we're gonna add just our onions now into the pan. Now we're gonna fry these off for about 8 minutes until they're softened and starting to brown. Now we're gonna add our minced garlic into here now and cook it for a further minute. And now we're going to open up our packet of mince and add that into this now as well. Going to be cooking the mince for about 8 to 10 minutes now until it's all beautifully browned and cooked through. Now that our mince is all cooked, I'm going to stir through 3 tablespoons of tomato puree into here now and cook that for 1 minute. I've also just popped a large saucepan of boiling water on for our spaghetti in a little while. Now that's cooked for a minute, I'm going to add our whole tin of chopped tomatoes. I'm then going to fill up the can halfway with water and add that into it as well. Now all that's left to do is to season this now, so you can just use salt and pepper. That's what I'm going to use. I'm also going to pop a little bit of oregano in here as well. That's completely optional. You can just do it with the salt and pepper, or you can add any kind of dried mixed herbs or anything like that that's your preferred seasoning. I'm just going to pop in a little bit of oregano with some salt and pepper into here now. Now I've just turned this down to a low flame, so it's on a gentle simmer. We're just going to let this cook for about 10 minutes now until the sauce is thickened. And meanwhile, while that's cooking away over there, we're going to pop our spaghetti in this boiling water and we're going to cook it for 6 minutes. I've popped about 400 grams of spaghetti in there. I haven't used the entire pack. There's about 1/5 of the pack remaining. So I have just used 400 grams just in case you wanted quantities, guys. Now that the spaghetti's been cooking for 6 minutes, we're going to drain this off now and pop the spaghetti into our baking tray. Just like so. Then what we're going to do is add 3/4 of our white lasagna sauce onto the top of this now. And now that our beef sauce is ready, we're going to turn this off the heat now. And what we're going to do is we're going to layer this on top of here now. Just like so, guys. Now what we're going to do is dot the last of the white lasagna sauce on top of here and then top it with the mozzarella that I've just drained off, and we're just going to tear that and put that into sections on top as well. Now that's ready, we're going to pop this into the oven now, and this is going to cook for 20 to 25 minutes until it's golden and bubbling on top. Now the last thing to do is just to prep some side salads. So just going to be getting some lettuce on the plates, and I'm just going to be chopping up some cucumber and some cherry tomatoes now to add as our side salads. That is our spaghetti lasagna fresh out the oven. Let's get it served up with our salads. And that is our Tuesday night dinner served up, guys. We've got this gorgeous spaghetti lasagna with our side salad as well. So this is my portion. Then we've got Liam's and Tyler's. We do have loads left as well for either seconds or lunch tomorrow. And then Ava has the exact same as us as well, guys, but without the lettuce, just she's got cucumber and tomatoes. And yeah, we're gonna go and enjoy our amazing Tuesday night dinner now, and we'll catch you tomorrow for another meal. Wednesday morning, guys, and we're gonna be preparing our scones ready for our dessert tonight. So we're going to be baking our scones today. We're making air fryer scones. They're going to be cooked in the air fryer, which is super exciting. But I'm going to cook them now, and then we're going to have them for pudding later on this evening. So let's run through the ingredients. I'm going to be using some self-raising flour and some baking powder, some caster sugar, some milk, some vanilla extract and some butter. And then to serve later, we're going to be having some Cornish cottage cream and some seedless strawberry jam. So that's everything we need, guys. Let's dive into the baking. First things first, we're going to add 175 grams of self-raising flour and half a teaspoon of baking powder into this mixing bowl, along with a pinch of salt. So that's all in that bowl now. And then I've got 50 grams of butter that I've just cut up into cubes, and I'm going to add that into here now. So we're going to use the rubbing in method to combine this now. So what we're going to do is rub the butter and the flour in between our fingertips like so until it resembles breadcrumbs. Just like so. And then what we're going to do is fold in 2 tablespoons of caster sugar into this mixture. Now in a jug, I've got 90 milliliters of milk in here. We're going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract into here now and give that a good mix. Then we just need to add our milk and vanilla extract mixture into here now, mix it all together till it forms a soft dough. Now I've just lightly dusted the side with flour. We're going to tip our dough ball out into the flour now, and we're just going to round it into a ball and sort of flatten it slightly. Now I've just done this with my hand. I didn't use a rolling pin or anything. We've got it quite thick. I'm just going to use this cookie cutter and cut out, probably get about 3 out of this one. Then I'm going to reshape it, remold it, and then flatten it out again, and then try and get as many scones out of this mixture as I can. So I've managed to get 7 scones out of that mixture and 1 little tester bite, but obviously if you did want them a little bit thinner, then you could probably get some more out of it. Now I'm just preheating the air fryer. We're going to be cooking it at 180 degrees. The scones take between 14 and 18 minutes, so I'm going to be setting it for 18 minutes the full time, and we're just going to preheat this now. And then between 14 and 18 minutes, we're just going to be keeping a really close eye on them. Now that the air fryer is preheated, I've just popped these into the air fryer basket and I'm just going to brush over a little bit of milk just to glaze them on top. And that's our scones going into the air fryer now. Remember to check on them from 14 minutes onwards to check when they're done, but we'll be back shortly to see what they look like. That is our scones ready after the 14 minutes. They didn't need the full 18, I only kept them in for the 14 minutes. They look absolutely scrummy. Some of them have risen so beautifully, perfectly cooked in the air fryer. I'm going to leave these aside to cool now and just to rest, and then this evening I'm going to be back to smother them in clotted cream and strawberry jam and dig into them for my pudding. Wednesday evening now, and it's time for me to make some dinner for me and Ava. We're going to be having pulled pork jacket potatoes with some coleslaw. Super quick and easy, minimal effort and minimal ingredients. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So we're going to be using 2 baking potatoes, a packet of slow cooked smoky barbecue pulled pork from Asda, and also we're going to be using half of this packet of coleslaw. Altogether this comes to £4 and 16 pence. Let's dive into the cooking. First things first is getting the air fryer all set up. We're going to be cooking the jacket potatoes in here at 180 for 1 hour, but let's start by preheating it first. While our air fryer is preheating, we're just going to be stabbing our jacket potatoes and pricking them all over with a fork. Now we're just going to put the jacket potatoes in now for their cooking time of 1 hour. Now the potatoes have been cooking for 20 minutes. I've got a little bit of olive oil in a ramekin. I'm just going to brush these over lightly with olive oil, season with salt and pepper, then flip over and do the same on the other side. Now these are all seasoned and oiled up. This is going to go back in the air fryer now for the remaining 40 minutes. 15 minutes before the potatoes are ready, and we're going to microwave our pulled pork. So you can actually microwave it in 13.5 minutes. We're going to take the meat out of the pouch, pop it into the bowl, and we're going to microwave that for 12 minutes first. Now that's cooked for the 12 minutes in the microwave. We're going to use forks now to tear this apart and shred it. And then what we're going to do is cut the barbecue sauce open and pour that all on top as well. Now that's all mixed up and shredded, we just need to microwave this for another 1.5 minutes. That is our potatoes ready and out of the air fryer. That's our pulled pork ready out of the microwave. We've got our coleslaw ready as well. Let's get prepping our dinner, guys, and get serving up. What we're going to do is cut a cross section into our jacket potatoes, and then we're going to pop some butter on and mash up the centres, and then we're going to add our pulled pork on top of here now, and then we're just going to top these off with a dollop of coleslaw. That is mine and Ava's pulled pork jacket potatoes with coleslaw to serve. Super excited to go and enjoy this dinner now, guys. Me and Ava absolutely love this one. And yeah, we'll be back shortly for some pudding this evening. It's pudding time, and I've just cut these scones in half and I've just topped them with clotted cream and jam. Look at this amazing crumb on the scone. Such a good consistency. I'm so happy with these. So I've just done these 3 for me and Ava, and I've cut these 4 in half as well, but I'm just going to leave them probably for the boys tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just going to pop the lids on, and that is our gorgeous clotted cream and jam scones that we made in the air fryer. Cannot wait to dig into these now with Ava, and we will catch you tomorrow for another meal, guys. Thursday evening now, guys, and it's time for me to make some fajitas for me and Ava using the corn chicken style pieces. Super excited for this dinner. Let's run through the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So I've got half of this 500-gram bag of corn that I've actually been defrosting. We've then got 1 onion, 2 peppers, a fajita kit from Asda. I've gone from the Holy Smoky Barbecue one. I've then got some salad to go alongside it. So we've got some mixed lettuce from Florette, and then I've got some cucumber and some cherry tomatoes to go into the fajita wraps as well. Altogether this comes to £5 and 13 pence. Let's dive into the cooking. First step is to slice up our peppers and our onion. Now we've done that, we're just heating up some vegetable oil into this large saucepan, and we're going to be adding our corn into that and cooking for about 8 minutes. Then once that's cooked for about 8 minutes, we're going to add our onions and our peppers into here now to cook for another few minutes. And while that's frying away, I'm just going to prep our cucumber and our tomatoes for in a little while. So I've sliced up some of the cherry tomatoes, and I'm going to be putting that with the salad into my fajitas in a moment, and I've just chopped up some cucumber and tomatoes to have on the side for Ava. Now the fajita kit came with some tortilla wraps, some salsa and some fajita seasoning. What we're going to do now is add our fajita seasoning into this and cook it for a further couple of minutes. While we just give that another couple of minutes to cook through, we're going to just heat up the tortilla wraps for 30 seconds in the microwave. Now to serve up Ava's, I'm just going to be putting the corn and the peppers, trying to take out the onions and just put the corn and peppers from the fajita mix into her wraps. And then for mine, I've got my lettuce and my tomatoes. I've popped some salsa on from the fajita kit, and then I'm going to add my fajita topping to this now as well. And that is mine and Ava's Thursday night dinner, guys. We've got Ava's cut up into her small little wraps here, which are so adorable, and she's going to absolutely love those. And then I've got my 2 larger wraps here as well. Now we do have loads left, so this is either going to do me a couple more wraps tonight, or it can do me and Ava for a lunch tomorrow as well. Yeah, we're going to go and enjoy this now, and that is our Thursday night complete. And that is everything that I have to show you this week, guys. I really hope that you took some inspiration from this. I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the comments. What was your favourite meal this week, and what kind of inspiration are you taking from these videos? Are you taking like bits and pieces? Are you taking full recipes? Let me know. I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and hopefully I will be seeing you really, really soon for another video. Take care. Bye.